Man, we knew her husband was not going to be happy about this. The sisters, kids coming over to hang out for a month. A month?
Just 30 days.
Just 30 days.
Just until school starts. So Lisa hit us up and needed help texting her husband because she needed to tell her husband or ask her husband if her sister and if her sister's 3 kids could stay with them for the next 30 days. Her sister had gotten a freelance gig, could really use the money. It would be much easier for her to do this, sans the kids. So she wanted to know if her sister would take the kids. And without even thinking, she was like, of course, my niece and nephews, I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to help you out. But she hadn't got her husband's approval first. So we helped her text the news to him, and he was 100% against the kids staying with them. Not a fan of her sister. I think that might be putting it mildly. I think she needs to take a little more responsibility in her life. And Lisa's like, she is taking responsibility. She got this freelance gig. Now we need to help her out. So they did end up talking and coming to an agreement that they were going to stay for 1 week. But was she able to extend it?
And they have kids themselves, too, so they're going to be like 5 kids in the house or something like
Correct.
that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Okay, I feel like when we got done with texting Tutor that we did a pretty good job. Like, we got them in the house for a week.
Yeah.
And then it was going to be your job to convert your husband into being better with the idea of them staying for a month.
Right. You guys were such a great help. And I have to say, it's going to be a long month.
But did he agree on the month?
Well, I'm going to say the kids are here for now.
For now.
For now. My husband is understandably perturbed. And let's be real, he's pissed. It hasn't been so great. We had like a lovely heart-to-heart, and while we don't agree, we do understand each other's perspectives. So he knows I have the soft spot for my sister, but we kind of both agreed on a nice point of them being here and that we were doing this for our niece and nephews and maybe not so much for her.
Which is true.
But yeah, which is definitely true. But then my sister dropped off the kids and my husband, we had a family meeting with everyone, including her, and he laid down the law. And there wasn't really any wiggle room for anybody, and they couldn't really say much because we're doing my sister a solid. So the kids didn't seem too thrilled with this meeting because they thought they were going to basically have some sort of free-for-all vacation.
If that's what they're accustomed to, and that's what aunties do.
Right.
I mean, you spoil your niece and nephews, and you kind of let them get away with stuff that they wouldn't get away with mom and dad. But this is a different situation. If they're going to be in your house for 30 days, you're going to have to set some ground rules.
And that's what this meeting, he definitely kind of laid down the law, set these ground rules, which, I agree with. But the first 2 days went smoothly. And then on the third day, the 14-year-old I was telling you about started sneaking her phone at night.
Okay.
Here it begins.
Yeah. And, my husband took the phone away, and then my niece started complaining to her mom that she doesn't want to stay with us. She wants to stay with her for the month. And my sister called and told my husband that he can't take her daughter's phone away. And my husband said, yes, he can. As long as they're under our roof, they have to abide by our rules. So things have just been a little contentious now. And I'm hoping that the next 3 weeks are going to run smoothly and that, everyone can be on their best behavior. Or my husband, I'm scared at this point he's going to just say they're going to have to leave.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what can he really do? Just like kick him out? No, he kind of knows.
And
He's stoked.
do you feel like you're stuck between your sister and your husband, like when it comes to the disciplining of the children? Because I mean, I can kind of see them both having a point, but at the same time, you are watching her kids so she can go do this job. So I feel like as long as the kids aren't in danger and he's not doing anything that's like wildly inappropriate as far as discipline goes, I don't think she can really get that mad over him taking away a phone.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I definitely am more on his side. I can see like both perspectives because it is her child, but they are staying with us and we're doing them a huge favor. So it is uncomfortable when she's calling me upset about something that, it shouldn't really be affecting her this way. It's just, this is our rules. We don't do phones and stuff like this at night and the back talking and all of this,
I was raised when you go to a family member's house, you abide by their rules, whatever those rules may be, and that's it, period.
But if you're coming from a home that doesn't have a lot of discipline, you just assume everybody else's house is like that also, right? So this is a rude awakening for sure. Besides the phone, has it been out of hand, or he wasn't happy with the idea to begin with? So I kind of feel like anything that happens is really going to get under his skin.
Yeah, that's definitely where we're at. And I think the 14-year-old's starting to, push the buttons a little bit on purpose. And that's what's difficult because we had this meeting and we talked it out. And now I feel like she's trying to get away with a little bit more and more each day. And it doesn't feel fair. But
so let's play this out for a second. So let's say your husband just can't do it anymore. Like the 14-year-old gets a little bit more out of hand. The situation is just getting more tense and more tense. Are you giving him the right to go, okay, you need to call your sister here because this is really affecting our own family?
Yes. And I think, too, with her calling and saying that she doesn't want to stay here, like they're both just butting heads a little bit right now. But he has the right to obviously say, I said yes to this without his acknowledgement or knowing what was going on here. And he so kindly said, with your help, yes to the week. And so if this just keeps going downhill, I feel like he does have the right to say, like, this has to stop.
Yeah, he's feeling totally and completely out of control in his own house right now. So I think any little thing that goes wrong, he's just like, there it is. I never wanted this to happen in the first place, Oh,
100%. And I really thought by having this family meeting that the kids were going to realize that they needed to be on their best behavior just for a few weeks.
Yeah, kids love rules.
Yeah.
They always respond well to those. and their attention spans are so great, so long.
And it's been my experience at those family meetings, the effect of those last about 48 hours, and then you got to do it all over again.
If that long.
The Bert Show.